This video is sponsored by Alesis. Hey, what's up guys? Austin here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new addition to the Alesis Drums lineup, which is called the Nitro Ultimate. Now, Alesis has two different lines of edrums. They have the Strata range, which is their more premium, high-end line, and I made a video on the Strata Core earlier this year, so if you haven't seen that yet, I'll have it linked below. But they also have this Nitro range, which is the more compact and budget-friendly line, and within the Nitro range, this Ultimate is the new top-of-the-line option in comparison to the Pro and the Max. With the Ultimate, you get 3 10-inch dual-zone cymbals, 3 8-inch dual-zone toms with mesh heads, a 10-inch dual-zone snare drum with a deeper shell, a full 8-inch kick tower, the brand new stand-mounted 10-inch hi-hat, and the full steel black rack, along with the Ultimate drum module. And they also include some useful accessories like a single kick pedal, a pair of sticks, and some Velcro straps for cable management, which are all definitely nice to have. So one of the biggest upgrades with this Ultimate is that it now has an actual stand-mounted hi-hat. All the other Nitro models have the pedal on the floor with a separate hi-hat up top, but this new version with the actual hi-hat stand is a much better playing experience. It's just much more responsive and realistic. Another upgrade with the Ultimate is you get this extra third crash cymbal, which to me is kind of a necessity because I need a crash on the left and the right side. It just opens up a lot more options and playability, so that's definitely nice to have. And all the cymbals have this new design on them, which is inspired by the Strata range, which is a more circular lathing pattern, and it looks really nice and clean and modern. And all the cymbals are immutable, which is always cool. And all the drums on the Ultimate have the mesh heads, and what I love the most about these is that you can actually change the tension of them with a drum key and make it feel much closer to an acoustic kit. So the snare can be really tight, have a lot of rebound, but the toms can get looser as you go down, so your stick can kind of sink into them a little bit, which I really love because it just feels much closer to an acoustic kit. And with the kick tower, you got a full 8-inch pad there as well, so that gives you plenty of room to put a double kick pedal there, so you can play metal, progressive, rock, pretty much anything you want to do. And the rack is great. It's just solid steel, black, looks good. Once you get everything in place, it doesn't move at all. It's very sturdy. So with all these different features, you're getting much closer to the Strata range, but at a much lower price point. So this Ultimate is kind of closing the gap between these two lines a little bit. The Ultimate drum module gives you 36 factory preset kits plus 16 different user kits which you can customize, and it has a full library of 640 plus different sounds, so you can create pretty much any kind of a kit that you want to. So let me play through a few of these presets so you can get a better idea of the range of sounds you can get from this. In addition to the sounds, you also get a full collection of built-in loops, which you can make drumless and play along to, which is great for just jamming, practicing, things like that. So let me play through a few of these here for you. And a neat practice tool that's built directly into the module is this timing indicator, which tells you if your hits are ahead or behind the beat. And it's actually pretty fun to play with because you can see how sloppy your time is. And then the goal is to see how long you can lock in your time and keep it going. And one of the best features of this module is the Bluetooth connectivity. So you just press the button to pair with your device, and once you're connected, you can wirelessly play along to backing tracks or video lessons. And the module even comes with this handy mount on the back, so you can set your phone or your tablet there, which is a clever addition, and it just saves you from having to buy some other kind of mounting system. So that's definitely a nice little feature to have there. All right, now let's talk about recording and some different ways you can use this. This module gives you two different ways to record. You can record analog audio into a DAW like I'm doing right now, or you can use MIDI over USB to control software instruments. So to record analog audio, you have two 1/4-inch outputs on the back of the module here, and you can run those into two inputs on your audio interface or your preamp. And then you can record those two channels into your DAW. So when you record like this, you can make a YouTube video like I'm doing right now, or you could play a cover, you can make a drum lesson, a ton of options open up whenever you record like this. And if you add in a microphone for your voice, like I'm doing here as well, then you could do things like live stream if that's your thing, or you could do like a Zoom call with a student if you're a teacher. So lots of options here. If you just have a microphone for your voice, plus the two channels coming out of the module, and you have an interface with at least 3 inputs, that opens up an entire world of content creation. So it's really up to your imagination on what you want to do there. Now the other method you can do, which is pretty neat, is you can use this entire drum set as a MIDI controller for software instruments on your computer. So all you need to do that is a USB cable, like a USB 2.0 printer cable, which are very common. So you would just plug that from the USB out on the back of the module into a USB port on your computer, and that's pretty much all you got to do to set it up. On your computer, you can go to the Alesis website and download the free BFD player, which is a full virtual drums software instrument. And once you install that, along with the core library of sounds, it links up seamlessly with the drum set, and now you have a full new collection of sounds and controls to play with there. And then inside your DAW, the BFD player will show up as a software instrument, and then you can record MIDI in real time with your drum set. So here's a few examples of that with a few different presets. So to wrap things up, this is a great new addition to the Nitro lineup. If you're not quite ready to invest in the premium experience of the Strata range and you just want to keep things more simple and compact and budget friendly, then this is definitely a great option. The price point for this is $899, which is much more affordable than the Strata range. And I'll have my affiliate links down below. So if you want to purchase this, if you use those links, that definitely helps me out. So thank you in advance for that. That's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I'll try to answer them as best I can. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.